People want something that better fits their needs. It's no shock. The idea, like you're saying, and where you think this is going, I mean, that's right. Just having better and easier ordering interfaces, whatever those might be, and whether it's voice or predictive or SMS, the feed and how the feed is going to morph to your needs, your food feed, not your video feed, right? But people don't really talk about food feeds or food APIs yet, but I do in my obscure circles. And so we're just trying to do that best job of meeting that end consumer's needs. And that's where I say, like with Netflix, right? They have more subscribers than any other streaming service. I'm focusing on the US, not globally right now. And I know that my feed versus my daughter's feed versus my wife's feed, I look at them all, right? And they're all totally different. So you've got it, right? And so the cool stuff you can imagine in the future is you could start, once we have enough data, right? You can actually use like a quote unquote surprise me. You don't want to think about what you're even having for dinner. You could give maybe a calorie constraint, or you say, I want to have vegetables in my meal, but otherwise surprise me with dinner as fast as you can, because the content here, it's not just about making food. We didn't talk about it today, but like there is so much optimization going on in our, I'll just call it a mini food factory. There are a lot of ways to characterize the production area. But when there's high demand on certain resources, low demand on others, and you just care about a healthy meal as fast as humanly possible because you're just hangry, which is like real and that ain't going away either. You can imagine that level of service and personalization just adapting to you. And then you brought up like, oh, you say my parents are around and, we're doing a family gathering, right? So you imagine telling Scratch Kitchen, which it's an eating platform. I call it's like an everyday healthy eating platform. Healthy, by the way, can include chicken fingers. And just like, you just want to choose the better ones. But the idea, right, is like all of a sudden, well, you're like, I want to pay attention to your feed, talking about the data-driven side, right? But, there are these kind of new actors coming in that I don't know. And so you would then start looking at or suggesting things that you'd want for them. And the net point, though, is like just goes after optimizing for that end consumer. Are we better solving your problem than anyone else? And are you letting us know that? And that really is where we're going. When you think about the small selection of groceries you can get today, I expect that side of the business will evolve over time. And it's going to evolve because it's what our consumers asked for and things of that nature. But my vision is truly akin to a content engine. And it's just like our content is food. And then it's like you look at all these great content companies, right? Disney and now Amazon and Netflix, and this list goes on. Well, all of them have proprietary content, right? And that's one of those things that keeps customers coming back and back again, because you just understand that customer in a different way than your competitors do. And because of how you architect your products, right, you can meet their needs in a better way, right? What we're doing is not terribly dissimilar. I do find that the idea itself can sometimes be a little esoteric, but I only think because it's not normal yet. But when we flash forward in 10 years and there are 1,000 Scratch Kitchens in the US, among a sea of competitors, thank God this is not a winner-take-all market, you can imagine, so we're all traveling around having fun, whether you're with your family or not, but there'd be all these nodes in the Scratch Kitchen network, and what's going to be so great, just say you had to do business travel or something, and you landed in a certain place where actually you're about to get off a plane, but we found that it actually makes sense to have Scratch Kitchens in the airports where your food is actually getting ordered through the airplane's Wi-Fi in the right amount of time where it's going to be waiting for you as you're on your way to catch your rideshare home or whatever. And the food's becoming responsive to you wherever you are in the network. We just need enough people around so that we can have a viable business. But this can work in all sorts of different types of markets. We're not obsessed in saying, we have to be in all these huge markets or anything. There are demand for what I'm talking about throughout the country, and we're going out to help solve those problems now, and I'm super excited about it. And I think, Daniel, I'm being very sincere, you've done a great job in articulating what we do and what we do for our customers and really how to think about this business model. It's very much akin to how we think about it.